The late Third Era was a period of remarkable religious ferment and creativity. The upheavals of the reign of Uriel VII were the only outward signs of the historical forces that would eventually lead to the fall of the Septim dynasty. This so-called dragon break was first proposed at this time by a wide variety of cults and fringe sects across the empire, connected only by their common obsession with the events surrounding Tiber Septim's rise to power, the founding myth, if you will, of the Septim dynasty. The basis of this dragon break doctrine is now known to be a rather prosaic error in the timeline printed in the otherwise authoritative Encyclopaedia Tambrielica, first published in the Third Era during the early years of Tiber Septim's reign. At this time, the archives of the Alinor were still inaccessible to human scholars, and the extant records from the Elysian period were extremely fragmentary. The Elysians had systematically burned all the libraries they could find, and their own records were largely destroyed during the War of the Righteousness. The author of the Encyclopaedia Tambrielica was apparently unfamiliar with the Elysian year, which their priesthood used to record all dates. We now know this refers to the length of the long vision trances undertaken by the High Priestess, which might last anywhere from a few weeks to several months. Based on analysis of the surviving trance scrolls, as well as the murals from the Elysian temples, I estimate that the Elysian order actually lasted about 150 years rather than the famous 1008 years given by the Encyclopaedia Tambrielica. The mystery of the millennial plus rule of the Elysians was accepted but unexplained until the spread of the Lorcan cults in the late Third Era, when the doctrine of the dragon break took hold. Because the stating and explanation was so widely held at this time, and then repeated by historians down through to today, it has come to have the force of tradition. Recall, however, that the Third Era historians were already separated from the Elysians by a gulf of more than 2,000 years, and history was still in its infancy, relying on few archives of those early days. Today, archaeology and paleonumerology have confirmed what my own research in Elysian dating first suggested, that the dragon break was invented in the late Third Era, based on scholarly error, fueled by obsession with eschatology and Numidianism, and perpetuated by scholarly inertia.